Hello everyone, welcome back to our next episode of Wizards and Warlocks, or ex-Warlocks or whatever. Okay, so it's day 28, and we are preparing ourselves to learn some spells. That's the thing, like, I don't know if we have to learn all of them to pass the exam, or only the important ones, but like, how do you know which ones are important, you know? Oh, this one sounds important, actually. Let's do Fireball. Yeah. Is that one? It is. Let's do Chill, actually. Save the red for Engineered Protection, because that's the one I want to do next.
Zero!
Ooh, more Zero time. Zero, I'm melting.
Yes.
You certainly look like you are.
Help me!
Save me, Zero. Save me before I dissolve into an icy or icky puddle of sweat. Ah, I already messed up. I reach towards him dramatically. A sweat. I need a blink. Hold on. A sweat perspires aggressively on my forehead. My theatrics are of no avail as Zero fixes on something else. The dragons are preparing for the Halloween activities. He peers out the window into the unseasonably balmy evening. I wish this house had air conditioning. As do I. Then you might stop whining about the heat and focus more on passing your exams.
Right!
I got it. I clasp my hands together and give a little pleading pout.
Zero!
Zero, do your magical air conditioning trick. Pretty please with a pumpkin on top.
For the last time.
Oh, I am not a magical air conditioner. I'm a sinister and eerie poltergeist, and the magical chill that emanates from me is akin to the deathly chill of an open grave. Like a sinister, eldritch air conditioning?
No.
No, not air conditioning of any kind whatsoever. Melting. I really am melting.
Right!
I have an idea. Zero, teach me how to be a sinister and eerie air conditioner.
Huh?
I must
The
do it!
deathly chill of an open grave. I want to know how to emanate it too. Until I can afford a place with air conditioner anyway.
Fine.
If you insist. And if it'll stop you from complaining.
I will!
I do, and it will.
All right.
Prepare yourself, Lily. I'm going to teach you how to cast chill.
Chill!
Yes! I spread my hands out wide. For a second or two, nothing happened. Then,
Oh! Alright!
cool, just deliciously refreshing and cool.
Well,
Does that mean you'll stop complaining and go back to studying?
Yeah!
Yeah, thanks to your nifty spell, I can become Lily Nightshade, the studious, the productive once more.
thank goodness.
Glad to hear. Do your best tonight.
Alright!
I turn back to my desk and give the potion textbook I'm working on my fullest attention.
Uh, no way!
You know.
You're making weird noises again, Lily.
Well,
I'm still casting the chill spell, right?
Hmm.
You are, partly. Partly?
Mm-hmm.
You haven't been maintaining your concentration on casting the spell. Just now, so naturally, your chill faltered a bit.
no way!
A bit? I'm starting to melt again. Ah!
I guess.
With more practice, I'm confident you'll be able to work on other things while casting chill in the background. Like your own personal air conditioner. But for now, it looks like if you divert any attention away from the spell, the chill you cast won't be effective.
Like,
How much more practice? Oh, give it 2 or 3 years, maybe 4.
no way!
What? I'm pretty sure, like, it can be less if I really, really put myself to it, you know? Just gotta really study.
Well,
I'm doomed. Oh well, since I won't be able to study tonight anyway, I might as well just focus on casting chill and enjoy the delicious cool air.
Hey!
No, you don't.
I knew it.
Ugh, I knew this would be the case from the start. My sinister, eerie air conditioner. Well, I'm telling you, she's good at charming the fellows. Zero sighs and spreads his hands. Instantly, the room becomes a degree Celsius or 2 cooler.
Well,
Can you study now?
Thank you!
Thanks, Zero. You're the best.
stop it.
I'm not doing it for you, only because there isn't any other way to get you to study, and your position is quite desperate enough as it is. So then you are doing it for me. That's still doing it for me, though.
Go away.
That's only because I don't want you to be known. I don't want to be known for being friends with a witch who can't pass her Halloween exams. I'm happy you're my friend, Zero.
Stop.
Pipe down and get back to studying, Lily. And so we spent another tiring but productive night in preparing me for my upcoming exams. While cleaning the shop, I found a very unique looking, obviously ancient vase, but is there any other kind? Amazed by all the intricate decorations, I took it off of the shelf for inspection. At the same moment, Carmilla appeared out of nowhere and spooked the hell out of me. As soon as I dropped the vase, the shop was shrouded in darkness. Then an evil spirit appeared. I must have the worst luck. Luckily, I was able to easily stitch the vase back together, so the spirit returned to it without causing any trouble. Carmilla was pretty impressed by my quick wits and even sweet-talked Mr. Wells into not deducting my pay for breaking the vase. But she should have done that to begin with, since it was her fault I broke it. Kinda. Alright, what are we gonna do? Oh, I need to make potions so I can learn that spell, actually. Here, I want triple of this one. I want some more blues. And I could use some... Yeah, let's do some yellows. And now we learn... Was it this one? Yeah, it was this one.
Come on!
Ugh, come on, you dumb bottle. Open Sesatopper. Hocus Corcus. Abracaplugby. Lily, what on earth are you doing?
Damien!
Oh, Damien, great timing.
Well,
It's this potion bottle. It won't open at all, and I've tried everything. Here, let me try.
Sometimes.
You just have to tap the bottle to release the pressure, and then... Okay, maybe this one is above the level of my current strength.
yes!
Right? You'd have to be a werewolf to open this sucker up. Ooh, Lawrence. I hold out my hand and take back the bottle, but Damien hasn't given up yet. I look up and notice that their eyes are now closed. Damien, I don't think astral projection is going to...
Huh?
Damien suddenly hooks out. Or well, at least one of their arms does. I can see the muscle bulge from under their suit jacket as they grunt and take off the stopper with one good twist.
All right.
Got it. Here you are.
Thank you!
Thanks. But forget about that. Let's think about your workout routine.
What?
My what? Your
Like,
superhuman grind. How did you do that? I didn't even see you cast a spell. I poke their buff arm, causing Damien to laugh softly.
You know,
It's just my maker's work. You know how it is. He put a lot of dedicated effort into crafting me. Over the years, I came to understand a bit more about the type of magical engineering that went into it, while patching myself up all the time.
Oh!
And that gave you anchor arms?
That's right.
In a way. I learned how to strengthen parts of my body by focusing on using the spell. Engineered perfection.
Just in case.
Want me to show you? In case you have any more bottles?
Yes!
Do we even have to ask?
All right. Watch closely, please.
Lily. I'll try and teach you how to cast engineered perfection. Whoop. Damien shows me some sort of magical meditation technique. My eyes were shut off for most of it, and the longer I focused on my arm, the heavier it felt. Once I'm spell ready, I pump my arm into the air and holler, adding in a fun spin on my toes for theatrical measure.
Engineered perfection!
You can open your eyes now. Looking up at my arm, I notice how now flexing with great newfound muscle tone.
Yes! Right!
Now I'm not the only matchmaker in school, but the strongest one too. I don't think there are any other matchmakers. Point granted.
Naturally!
Exactly, no competition. You'd see my one wonderfully buff arm and fall to their knees, unable to do anything. But you know, I want to make sure these puppies aren't just for show, so arm wrestle me, Damien.
Okay.
Okay then. But don't think I'll give you an easy win.
Right!
Same here. Huh, okay. We put our giant hulking arms together and hold hands in the least romantic way possible, but it's still pretty nice. I feel them squeeze.
3, 2,
1.
go!
Lily's meteor fist. Aw. Hey, don't cheat. I try to get the upper hand by taking quicker initiative, but Damien catches up quickly. It's almost like they've been using the spell all their life or something. For a long moment, we're in a stalemate over the counter, equal in strength in every way.
Yeah!
Focusing on my strength, I finally get them on the ropes. Don't look so confident when you're losing. I'll show you my real power. As I get ready to go in for a final push, my dumb magic starts fizzling.
No way!
Just when I thought I'd slam over the other side, Damien gently sets my limp hand on the table. Oh! I feel their shoulders shaking as they attempt to poorly suppress their laughter.
Yes.
Your real power, quite literally.
Hey!
You clearly have more experience. Don't laugh. It's just, you're so dramatic and they work a little harder to cover their mouth while laughing. Cute, but still.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're right.
You're absolutely right. I am more experienced.
But
But you will be too. The more you use it, we're both still learning in the end.
Well,
I guess you're right. The little light bulb in my head goes off and I let out a big grin.
right.
Best 2 out of 3?
sure.
And the victor receives lunch and dinner?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'll take you out on that. Yeah, you're on. The match continues for the rest of the afternoon. At the end of it, I have to figure out where to get the money to buy Damien every meal for the rest of the week. Rats. Oh yikes, I figured that's how it would end. The Halloween exams are soon. Very soon. I think I've learned quite a bit, but just to be sure, I decided to go back bug Damien into cramming with me like we usually do. However, the moment I get through the door, it's like I've walked straight into a horror movie. Fingers splayed across the table. An arm hanging off the chair. Ew, what an absolute mess. Damien's normally so tidy. It's not like them to just leave their parts out and about like this and run. Someone can get seriously hurt. Wait, where do they go?
Hello?
Damien, are you here? Lily,
Huh?
Damien, where are you? I don't see... In an instant, I hit the ground. Why is this like here? It's almost like it only exists for me to trip over when I have to find my friend. Hold on. I recognize this like... Now that I'm down here, I see a head under the table.
Welcome home.
Oh, what happened?
Damien! Why?
You're in pieces. What happened?
No.
Actually, wait.
I
First and
must do it.
foremost, I am super skilled witch now, so let me help you out for once. I think Damien said something else, but I'm such in a frenzy trying to gather up their fallen limbs that I don't quite catch what they said. No organs laying around. I guess it could be worse. Yeah, he's got a skeleton underneath. Like a snake, Damien has managed to wiggle out from under the table by the time I'm done with my scavenger hunt.
Alright.
Okay, limbs check, needles check, misplaced confidence check.
I'll work
Ready to
hard.
begin the surgery, doctor.
Stitch!
I set Damien's appendages where I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be and recite the incantation, with proper pitch this time. Take these parts, now cut asunder and patch them into a thing of wonder.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry, Lily. This must be absolutely mortifying.
No way!
Aren't you sorry, me? You've been really, really careful about keeping up on your repairs, which makes it even weirder that something like this happened in the first place. My thoughts travel back to our previous conversations and the small details they have revealed about their past. Damien said people used to bully them. Lily, I know what this looks like. Did someone break in and hurt my sweet Damien?
That's not it.
I know that face. It's not what you think.
Damien.
See what happened, yeah. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. What do you mean, what happened?
It was my fault.
I was doing all those repairs because I knew I was starting to... It's not anyone's fault but mine. What are you talking about? My magic, it's weakening, Lily. No. You're not dying, are you? Your magic is weakening. I tilt my head so far to the side that my neck pops. Remember when I told you that I had to replace my parts a lot? There's, only one thing I've kept since I was made.
Well...
Is that the machine?
Yes. Well,
The machine, my heart, is what stores the magic that makes up, well, me.
my maker.
My maker could create me for a... Wait, my maker never could create for me a living heart. But thanks to the machine keeping me together, I was allowed to exist for as long as I have. But it started to sputter lately. And no matter how tightly I stitch everything, if my heart stops just for a second, This happens. Damien nods, the guilt clear on their face. Mr. West said it might happen sooner rather than later and offered me a replacement heart for free, but I can't. What do you mean you can't?
Huh? Why?
Oh, there you go. What do you mean you can't? Damien, at this rate, you'll...
But
I know.
I'm scared.
I know, but I'm scared. Lily, my heart, that's everything I ever was, everything I ever will be.
My maker.
I was his only creation that lived. Damien tears up and the needles seem to be almost done, so I pull him into a hug in the tightest one I can muster. They apologize as they always do, bury their head against my shoulder. It's the last thing that's still me, Lily. If I lose it, you'll still be Damien. Damien, you need to take that replacement. I know you're scared, but your disappearing is even more terrifying. I cannot bear to lose you.
But
What if you still lose me? What if I don't remember you?
I will!
Then I'll do the remembering for you.
Like...
I'll show you everything all over again. Every last drop, because you'll still be the world. Wait, yeah, you'll still be in the world to see it with me.
Please?
Please promise me, if I pass my exams, we'll go together to replace your heart.
Okay.
Okay. As long as you're there, I promise.
Alright!
Great. I wiped the corner of my eyes where tears had begun to bubble. With the back of my wrist, I gave a wary smile. Because, I think I just stitched our shirt collars together. I leaned up against someone when there's a needle at work. I can't read. Leaning up against someone when there's a needle at work. Oh no, I did say that right. Isn't a great idea after all. Damien laughs, and any trepidation I was having disappears. I glance over at my spellbooks and stacked atop a table. With so much at stake now, I really have to give it my all. Okay, what else can we learn? We only have a few days left, actually. Let's try this one. Learn spells, learn spells. Lily Nightshade, the stressed, the worried. I've been wondering, Lily. What?
Well,
Setting aside this Halloween's exams monomania, isn't there a spell that you'd actually like to learn? A spell I'd like to learn?
yes.
Yep, I thought it might be less stressful for you to learn a spell you've always wanted to learn.
Like,
You mean such a spell to make every matchmaking party I have a huge success?
No.
No. Anyway, if you don't need a spell to manage that, you don't. But I'm sure you throw great parties, and I would totally go to them. A ting of pink tickles my cheeks. Thanks, Zero. I'm by far, without a shadow of doubt, the most amazing matchmaker in Doomer High, aren't I?
Wait.
That wasn't a... Wait. That sort of was a compliment, wasn't it? Ugh.
it's love, love, love.
Mm-hmm. That makes the world go round, round, round.
You know.
Let me put it this way. Suppose everyone you know has already found happiness and true love, and there isn't anyone left to matchmake with anyone else anymore.
Right.
I'm trying to get there, or you mustn't rush me.
Hey!
It's not what I meant. It's not what I mean. Keep calm, Zero. Breathe in, breathe out. I slowly move my arms up and down in alignment with my breathing for Zero to see. His brow twitches slightly at the sight. What I wish to say is, given the situation I described just now, wouldn't there be a spell you'd be interested in learning?
Like,
When I was little, do you remember the fantasy stories we would read together? I do. I also recall you were lawless and insufferable then. Jesus.
yes.
I love the tales of powerful mages who could call lightning down from the sky, cleave mountains apart, and hurl fiery infernos.
Yeah.
I used to daydream about how cool it would be if we were a mage like that. If I were a mage like that, battling the forces of evil with awesome spells.
Yes.
Summoning lightning and cleaving mountains are a little advanced at this stage. But would you like to learn how to throw fireballs?
Oh.
You mean I can?
Yes.
I do, and it's one of the most basic spells there is, and even a chronically truant witch like you should be able to get the hang of it in no time.
Amazing.
Awesome! Teach me, Zero.
All right.
Alright. Prepare yourself, Lily. I'm going to teach you how to cast Fireball.
Fireball.
As the area between my palms goes warm, a small little sphere of flame flickers to life.
Wow.
Fire! I made fire!
Mm-hmm.
You should have been able to cast this 10 months ago. Well, it's better late than never, I suppose. Zero, follow me!
Huh?
Where are you going? I dashed down the stairs to the kitchen with Zero trailing the air noiselessly behind me.
Fireball.
God, why can't I not read? Zero, watch! Fireball! I toss the fireball into the stovetop, which starts burning. I grab a pan, smear some butter on the surface, and crack 2 eggs on it.
I see.
Now I can make the perfect breakfast. Hell yeah. I hold the pan over the stove, soon the eggs are cracking and a savory smell fills the air.
Yes.
Fireball fried eggs.
Yes.
Yes, quite. Fireball, while primarily used as combat magic, is a favorite of mages who arrange their barbecue on a day with damp weather. Next, I fill a kettle with water and throw in a satchel of tea leaves.
Right.
I'm going to make Fireball boiled tea too.
Well done.
I'm so glad you are finding so many domestic uses for this spell.
But,
But tell me, Lily,
well,
when are you going to give battle to a ravening kraken with your fiery inferno? Save a beleaguered city by incinerating hordes of the undead led by an evil necromancer.
Well.
Zero, I know I am long way away from being a true witch, I know I'm starting late, and I know there are so many things to learn in so little time. But I'm trying my best in my own way. And I know how lucky I am to have you here, helping me push through it, Zero.
Please?
Will you continue lending me your support like you always have through all this time? He stares deeply at my person before nodding gently and nearly hiding what is the softest smile I have ever seen from him.
Eventually.
Yes, I will. On some days we don't have a single customer, but on others, well, this happens. Bombarded by questions from all sides, I tried ringing up a customer who kept nagging me because he was in a hurry. When I finally told him the total, he suddenly asked me to get a potion from a shop on the other side of the shop. I decided to use Scuttle on my hand and send it to the back room to get what he wanted instead. At the same time, I put his purchase in a bag and somehow even managed to calculate the new total by the time the vial found its way to the register. To my amazement, it was really easy to deal with 4 customers at once using this trick. Mr. West was so impressed by my skills that he increased my pay for the day, easy as a piece of pumpkin pie. Well? Oh, he beat me to it.
Huh?
What?
What's the matter?
You've been sneaking glances at me for the better part of the last 2 hours. What are you going to tell me what's the matter? Well, Zero, you're a very attractive fellow. That's it. That's my only reason. I fiddle my thumbs and glance upwards at his fixated stare.
I don't know.
Oh, please.
Don't spare me. Oh, every time I hear him, I get the perfect, like... I can say his tone now, with intonation and everything. I can't take it. Does he always sound like that?
Tell me.
Am I wearing my shirt on the wrong way? Is my face disfigured by an outbreak of ghostly acne? Is that a thing? As a poltergeist pigeon splattered poltergeist dropping atop my head.
Really?
Are there really poltergeist pigeons that can do that?
No.
No, which is why which is what makes your behavior all the more puzzling. We poltergeists do not change our appearance ever. Not in our dress, not in our acne. Oh, lucky bastard. Not even in the ghastly droppings of poltergeist pigeons on our heads. Really, you don't change your outfit? What if you hate it?
What?
Like, you know? I mean, temperature would never bother you, but like, what if you just hate what you're wearing? Or is it like you can change it, but you choose not to? But you have changed. I can't put my finger on it, but...
For the last time.
Lily, poltergeists never outwardly change.
Right.
That's it.
What?
It's it.
I'm sure.
You've inwardly changed. I'm sure of it. I thought this since our last... No, I've thought this for some time now. Maybe longer than I know I knew. I thought you feel different from how you used to be.
Remember.
You can't feel me, remember?
No.
I can, and I figured out exactly how you're different.
Astonish me.
Ooh.
Right.
You're fading. His eyebrows rise and subsequently fall, and the bright red shine in his eyes that always radiates so profusely dims.
I'm fading.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so gradual, day by day, that I never noticed it happening right in front of my very eyes. But Zero, you're not as sharply defined as you were when we first met, or even a year ago.
Zero.
What's going on? Talk to me.
Remember.
Do you know how poltergeists come into existence?
Of course.
Let's see. A human dies somewhere, right? Then,
You know.
poltergeists come into existence when a person dies with an unresolved matter near and dear to their heart.
That means.
We cannot bear to leave this world without having left undone what which we thought to have done. Oh. I try and rack my mind around what he just told me, and my overworked brain from all this potion cramming begins to fry. Zero watches my struggle and sighs before signaling me to pay attention as he continues his explanation.
In the past.
I've met malevolent poltergeists who were murdered and take to haunting the house of their death and tormenting those who try to live there. And I've met benevolent poltergeists who left the debt unpaid and in repentance try to help the living. But what we all have in common is when the unresolved matter is resolved, we move on. Move on?
Yes.
Poltergeists aren't natural, and in nature's grand scheme of life and death, there is no place for us.
That means.
We are tied to this world by an unresolved matter our hearts cling to. When that disappears, so must we. Zero, if you don't mind me asking, what does your heart cling to? I've forgotten.
Huh?
That's right.
Some poltergeists resolve their problem dramatically, like hunting down their murderer or helping the child of a friend they once let down. But for most of us, the resolution comes in due time as time heals all wounds. Essentially, we end up forgetting that which bound us here. I'm surprised that it's kept me around for so long. I suppose I must be forgetting everything at last.
0!
So that means he doesn't know what his unfinished business is, but he can still complete it without knowing. And then he just leaves. A wave of emotion rushes to my face, and it's taking every ounce of control to not fling myself out on my childhood friend upon learning the truth.
Oh, now.
You're not about to cry, are you?
No, no,
No,
no!
of course not. I'm the one and only Lily Nightshade. Da-dee-da.
I...
That's good. I've always hated to see you cry, Lily. Then don't leave. My darling. Don't you move on, please.
You know.
Nothing lasts forever, not even poltergeists. All things must come to an end. Is there anything I can do to stop you from disappearing? Anything at all?
No.
I don't think so. Unless you can make me remember the reason why I had become a poltergeist in the first place.
But...
But that's impossible, realistically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
No one knows my birth name or who I was when I died. Nothing remains of all that, except maybe a faint ache in my chest, and even that is fading. As Zero speaks of a faint ache in his chest, I can feel the strong one brewing within mine.
0!
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to move on? If you do, I'm glad for you that you're forgetting. Uh-huh.
What?
But if not,
Well...
do you want to remain here together with me just for a while longer? Cuties. Zero is quiet for a long time. Then without a word, he leans in close to me and kisses the top of my head. I can't feel his touch. There's only a chilling sensation that causes my skin to tingle and make tears form in my eyes. I blink to force them down. There were no words spoken for the rest of our evening, held in each other's company, but I never felt more heard. Aw. That was pretty sad. Alright, what's a spell that doesn't require blue? I feel like this one is a good one. I don't have red. I'm gonna crawl. The thing I'm afraid of, though, is like, if they give me an option to learn another spell, and I don't have a potion for it. But let's do it anyway. I didn't save the game before this, so I don't think I can do it here. I don't see the option to. So crawl it is.
It's love, love, love!
Right, that makes the world go round, round, round. I finished classes early today and I didn't have anything else to do except maybe study, so I thought I would head to work a little early. By the time I reached the shop, Carmilla is already approaching the front door.
Carmilla! Mm-hmm.
Oh, you showed up on time, little witch. That's a first. She bops me on the nose and smiles, fangs exposed.
Hey!
Hey, I'm always on time. My time.
I suppose I can't exactly argue with that.
But...
There is no point in us speaking out in the cold. Let me just...
Oh, you're not French. Unless your incantations are strictly German. Forgive me. Son einer Hündin.
Huh?
Huh? Was that German?
I forgot the key at home.
Oh, she's cursing. Cupping her hands around her mouth, Carmilla... I feel like the creator couldn't make up their mind with what she is. Because, like, unless she just learns... Never mind, she could just say French words for fun. Cupping her hands around her mouth, Carmilla calls up to the second-story window. What the heck?
Kirby!
Darling, Lily and I have arrived. Let us in.
We wait a few seconds for a response, but nothing happens. Is he even here today?
No.
No, I guess not.
I suppose...
It's troublesome, but I suppose I have no choice.
She sighs heavily and presses her fingertips against the brick wall. Then with momentum, Carmilla launches herself upwards. It's such a simple movement, but it's really efficient. If she wasn't touching the wall, I'd think she was flying. Within seconds, she's at the second-story window. Positioned against the windowsill, she taps against it and unlocks the window and heads in. What the fuck? After a few minutes, the front door swings open.
Nothing I can't handle with ease, though it's certainly been a while since I last exerted myself.
A gaze in awe at Spider Carmilla.
Wow!
How? I can't even. What was that?
Right.
You literally grab the wall and then zoom. I gestured wildly, motioning my hands like a rocket ship taking off. Carmilla chuckles.
Ah, that old trick. I'm rather fond of it. I learned it a while back. On the 14th century? Perhaps it was the 15th.
Carmilla presses her finger to her lips in thought, then quickly waves the issue away.
At any rate.
Nevertheless, it's quite easy.
You simply channel... Oh, sorry, it's still her.
You simply channel your magic through your fingertips and use crawl. In fact, I may be so inclined to show you how.
Please?
Really? Please, Spider Carmilla? Only someone as talented as you could teach me the spell. I look at her with big, round, begging eyes and a pout for good measure.
Oh,
Oh, all right, my sweet. I'll teach you how to cast crawl. She takes my fingers in her dainty hands, pointing them against the wall. Carmilla then instructs me in the method of blasting off. Well, at least she tries to.
crawl! Wonderful!
Great, now go.
I'm not sure that I can, Carmilla. My fingers, they're kind of
Like-
sort of stuck to the wall.
Come on!
Hang in there.
Whoa!
It's more like I'm hanging here, but
Don't you worry.
You're not going to let a little cleanliness stand in your way, are you?
Now,
Don't get discouraged. It's only your first try. Keep going.
Carmilla, I really think I'm stuck. Like, stuck.
my dear.
Oh dear, perhaps you're pulling too hard?
Wait.
Think of it like a magnet. You need to... Oh no!
I try following her suggestion, but losing my grip too much and fall backwards. In a panic, I squeeze my eyes shut. But in the end, is this the end for Lily Nightshade? How tall up were you? Like, if you're gonna put your fingers, it should have just been like right there, right? Am I done for? There are so many couples I haven't matched yet, and so many sweets I haven't tried, and
Huh?
I'm fine. But it doesn't feel like I'm on the ground. I look up and see a pair of violet eyes. Is Carmilla carrying me?
Wonderful!
Oh, excellent. I was just in time.
But,
With that smile. You tell me you planned to do that just so you could end up in my embrace?
no!
No, of course not. I'm just relieved.
Mhm.
Is that so? What a troublesome little witch.
Now,
Alas, I think that is enough practice for now. We still have to set up the shop.
right.
I gotta admit, that is definitely useful. Can't count how many times I've forgotten my keys at home. I just need to master it like I've mastered matchmaking. Well, I mean, if Zero won't take me, I'll let Carmilla take me. She is the new wife. Carmilla, this would be a pretty trick for burglary, huh? What the? I waggle my eyebrows suggestively. Carmilla huffs as she walks inside, still carrying me in her arms.
I don't.
Oh, what are you implying? I would never steal.
Strange, you seem to be stealing me right now.
That is simply because a certain mischievous little witch may run off to try again if I let her go.
Whoa.
No, Carmilla?
Mm-hmm.
Do you only use a spell when you forget your keys? Carmilla hesitates for a second, and her fangs slightly press against her bottom lip. As we enter the shop, she gently sets me down on a nearby chair.
Dear.
Oh, sweet thing. The spell's original purpose was secret liaisons with an individual I was, shall we say, very fond of. Others did not approve of us, but we were able to enjoy each other's company in secret.
It's love, love,
Oh.
love.
A secret rendezvous with just the two of you? How romantic.
I suppose.
I suppose it was.
Carmilla's smile is touched by a hint of melancholy when she turns away to start working, but if she's distracted, I could... No, bad Lily. I can always sneak out to practice climbing on my break. Oh, I see. I think I've worked more than I've studied for my exams this week. Not that I blame them for wanting me around. I'm kind of wonderful. So at least if I'm a failure as a witch, I can probably stay for the rest of my days. Especially with the best saleswoman as distracted as she's been lately. Carmilla, I don't think the display for our 2-for-1 deal on hands is going to crawl off anytime soon. You can maybe stop securing it? Carmilla's shoulders shoot up and she stares at her hands for a long moment. When it sinks in, however, she takes a step back. Her cheeks are surprisingly pink.
I suppose.
Oh, well, I suppose they are no longer alive, no?
This is easily the saddest and only subtle thing I have ever watched. Something up is up. And the recently appointed best detective in Doomermere High is on the case. Are you okay, Carmilla? You seem, pretty, un-Carmilla-y today.
Perish the thought.
I'm perfectly fine, my sweet.
Now.
Though now that I think about it, I do have the need for your expertise.
Whoa.
Nothing magic related, given my current predicament, I hope.
No.
No, darling. Love. What is it, well, in your view?
I feel my own eyes widen in excitement, and a million answers battle out in my mind as I to see which can get out first. Where do I even begin with how great love is? I put both hands on my chest and close my eyes wistfully.
Right.
Love is the best feeling in the world. No, the whole universe. It leaves you feeling like you can walk out on the sun, or fly to the moon, or...
The most painful thing imaginable.
My eyes pop open.
Whoa.
Well, love can be that too, but... I noticed the way the crease in Carmilla's eyebrows deepen. It's the same as the day she snatched that old sketch from my hands. Should I? Yeah, I think I will. Are you thinking about the girl from the picture?
Carmilla hesitates and gives a reluctant nod. Tonight is the anniversary of when she first darkened my doorstep. Carmilla gently touches one of her hands on display, a sorrowful expression on her face. She looks past me, past everything in the shop, and I wonder what memory is resurfacing inside her. I lean on the counter, suddenly feeling the heavy sensation on my chest. It's one thing to see your matches work out and love blossom, but it's a whole other experience to witness heartbreak. Will you tell me about her? At first, I didn't think she'll answer, but then Carmilla takes a deep, shuddering breath. She was only supposed to be my prey. At first, I had begun adapting to my new abilities and had decided to adopt this sort of... She makes a circular movement with her fists, obviously debating her next choice of words. Catch and release policy. I would only drink as much blood as I needed to live, and then I would release my victims back into the night without further harm.
And you didn't get caught?
You dummy.
I wouldn't be here if I had now, would I, silly witch?
I suppose.
It was a dangerous time for vampires back then, which is understandable. I suppose. A cat is not a welcome guest among mice. But my dear little mouse was nothing like the rest. A fond smile creeps over her lips. She was bold, brilliant. She had seen me as a rival, not just a beast to be hunted. Even when I did lose her, there was always an opening to escape, so I always left her one in turn. Our little game is like a dance that spanned many a year. But then one day I overstepped.
What did you do?
I tried to force her to drink my blood. You what? Horrid of me, I know. As I once said, drinking a vampire's blood will turn any mortal into one of the living dead if the circumstances were right. Sudden traces of horror mixed with disgust are written all over her face. But rather than our usual games, she cried out for help. She was terrified of me. She wouldn't even look at me. I managed to escape just a moment before the mob barreled down upon us. That was the last mercy I was offered. When I tried to approach again, she had served as much willing bait for a troop of vampire hunters.
Don't you worry.
Worry not. I was too crafty by far and had outsmarted them all, of course.
Yeah, or else you wouldn't be here, right? Something doesn't line up here. Why did you do it?
Why?
Love, probably, but give me details. If you knew she didn't want to drink your blood, why did you try to force her?
I did not know then what I know now. It's hardly an excuse, I know, but the idea of watching her age, watching her sicken and die, leaving me with a life that didn't have her in it, it was excruciating.
It's love, love, love.
Oh, she says it too.
I thought that maybe...
I didn't read it. Log.
I thought that maybe we could dance our dance forever.
Carmilla sighs.
I wanted someone to stay by my side so we can be in love for all eternity.
But
in the end, though, I behaved like the beast that the townsfolk believed me to be. How dreadfully ironic.
Carmilla,
You wanted my expert opinion, right? She doesn't respond, but I tell her anyway.
no.
I think that love means accepting change and each other's differences, and, letting that special someone go when it's time. The idea of an immortal love sounds nice, but only if the other person wants that too. Carmilla remains silent and goes to sweep the floor. I might have upset her, but I stand by what I said, not only as a matchmaker, but as a person. Eventually and quietly from across the shop, I hear her say something.
I only wish I'd learned that sooner.
Oh, it's really sad. Okay, tomorrow is Halloween. Oh yeah, I'm way over time today. This will be it for today. I think next episode will be the absolute finale of the game, which is surprisingly short actually. Anyway, won't keep you here for much longer. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.